He did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, no. One thing that's my case me. I watch another game. I rarely try to even see what the nigga play with. Okay. I'm watching. I just be sitting out watching.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the
I'm
NFL
talking about I'm watching your
but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Not on something like I'm trying to do it. You know, it's just like, you know, I load it up for entertainment. I'm going to sit there and watch a nigga game. I ain't got nothing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And like, it ain't purposeful that I'm like, oh, no, let me not watch the play. Because let's believe if it was in my mind, oh, to lock that play in, screenshot it. I done told Measles 2-3 times screenshot it, and they got, man, I wanted that bitch free.
15, 15. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
I remember you told me.
Go.
On 1st and 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going long here for Wallace.
Absolutely. Come on, man.
And that'll line up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We're knocking the ball out of each
One of the
other.
toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the flat. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You got to find a good balance. Carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert is going to fire, and this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
You remember that shit?
And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
88 going dumb every game you watching.
No problem there on the extra point.
Yeah,
and it's
big
now
on my
14-0.
Lose. Who was 88? Chris, yeah.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Right, bro. I tell you, that's one of my
favorite. Up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I see him, I got to have him. I already know, Jerry, you all over on now. I already know.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next
drive. I tried to get him my chair.
Two touchdowns here in the first half.
Rocky.
This becomes a pretty important
That's why I
drive,
told you about the measles. I was going to grab
Nasty.
I was going to grab Jerry and Merck grab. But the computer picked Jerry right in front of me, so I had to get Brian.
24-25 plays.
You see me? Just so happens,
probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And
I don't
like
think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Oh, yeah, that's speed. What's called has got a release.
Back to throw. Clifford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Deeper in the playoffs. Niggas say he getting the Ravens after the draft. I'm happy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to
Jonathan
Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
Overall team all the time.
From games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
1-1 with a nigga that's a bum every year, but he got a fucking 99 team.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mind you, this is the same nigga sent me in playoffs with a hurt running back and quarterback. See, that's the end of the league.
Go now. 15.
Because he got 99. I don't like playing him because I swear he's down.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
In this league.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked up.
I ain't watched the game. I ain't watched the game.
Thinking of guys that are in the mix for defensive player of the year.
I done beat Prowler 38 hits with the same night.
Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that,
he's looking at a game
today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
Oh, my God. Yo, one of you niggas been watching this game, y'all
first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
They can't stop me out here.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, he
back to throw. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And
you got the ball.
Incomplete.
Watch this play.
Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25.
I take that.
Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's all you twist.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Night, sweetheart. 5.
To throw again. Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Go back to the shot right here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Oh, don't get that dude ate up over there trying to press DJ.
Operating from the gun.
Ate up trying to press DJ, man.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Watch the run. Get it.
From the gun, Clifford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right back to him on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
It's ready, but it ain't best.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
You forgot who number 1?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls, and this isn't working, and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Same thing we did to the motherfucking Arcade Whiteside. I forgot your motherfucking team, man.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd
I forgot
down.
you have that. I see the nigga over getting off.
You go tight.
I see the nigga you was capping by.
You got tight right there. Look at me. Door.
Whoa.
Now.
Oh, yeah. Another ball.
Back to throw.
Another ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I ain't got no shit like that.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Like he down 17.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Watch Chris Olave this year, too, Master.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Oh, the bums.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. The side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check three.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 94. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, watch that. Check nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big play there for the Panthers. 54 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch out. Safe. Watch safety creeping. Bravo. Check it back.
On first down, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's my problem. I think talk about the glitch and shit. No, never run it. I need to start. That's nothing to do. I got the ball from the Wildcat too, and I'll never run that bitch. I ran away from that shit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Big boy, you had an interception, bro. You ran away from that
25.
Shit. Oh, that's the way you got, man. Stop playing.
First down.
On the double. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Here we go. Switch now.
On 1st and 10, Clifford is going to float this over the middle deep. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Christian, Travis. Fight.
And his throw is incomplete.
Clearly an interception.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Clifford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set. 60 or. Go.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Hey, orbit.
58's the money. 58's the money. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Let's go.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 85 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Oh, my God.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second down. Clifford, that one into the hands of Kane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Down. Turn to start.
On third down, Swift, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Come on,
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Any day. Check 24 out.
Now they try the right side here. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Kill. Check 3. Go. Kill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
What, you got the clock on?
Back to throw. And crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a handoff looking right. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Man, block these niggas, dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
All right, right here. I got right here.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Panthers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh. Later.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting.
My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Little game, week 1. We're hooping out them.
Ready? Black, we do that. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready? You ready? I'm coming for you. Jump.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch the screen. Mike 56.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing, Winston. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey. Follow. Under 10. 10. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50.
From the gun, Winston. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double dog. That's the way.
This is Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. throw on first down with Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. To throw is Jackson, buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jameis to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Winston now to throw on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are going to...
I did it, bro. Crazy.
On for the PAT, Kyrie Fairbairn.
Like Mike, I just utilized the tank. That's it. I knew Mike worked when he got a...
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Now the Bucs 7-0 and 6-1. And the one was a fast
unit as
end,
they
which one
run up
told
and
you.
send this one away.
Redskins.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On first down, it's Bell, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28. They'll run on first down. Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. He's coming. We got double up.
Now Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Yeah, all that look, bro.
Ooh.
Shakalaka.
Where your bitch at?
The one red.
I'm trying to hit sticky bitch.
Red it.
Red in the bed.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
What's up with that?
Man, I'm trying to get yours
Final here, it's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. In the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it up and through.
Growling the mic, man.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's crazy, boy.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25. At the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 27, Jackson caught here by Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Jackson. That's complete. It's Bell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Who the fuck is that nigga? I don't know that nigga. But it say daddy. McNasty, 35.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
This shit's so dumb. Order to go for the play to be there. Nigga, give me, man.
You must be dreaming. You go tight.
No.
You got tight right there. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready? Mike. Check. Watch the run.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, you ain't had nothing probably 400 VC to your name anyway, broke ass nigga.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're a call.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Who the fuck that is?
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
My first time, second, I'm on my third.
Let's go. Check nickel.
And 2 seasons.
On 1st down, it's Bell, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson now. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
I'm gonna roll some of this sherbet over here. Shit, if I put you in them jaws. See, I had a terrain tonight.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
No, I can't smell big, guys.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
I'm legal, too.
Smoke that shit, man. Cold, nigga.
Yeah, man. Fuck, nigga.
You live in Cali, not in Florida.
No, I'm legal in Florida, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I got my medical marijuana card.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line, being calm, and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
I got a call.
Reasserted and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
We gonna play?
Like I said, tighten that shit up for a nigga push your motherfucking shit back, brother. I ain't like the tone.
On first down, this is Geis. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Again they run, again it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jameis now on first down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, they got a whooping or something?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
I'm in a 2K game.
You say what, little bro?
2K lead, man. Hey, hell say he's sending that shit at home when you ready.
He's sending it.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught.
He's trying to get
and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Oh, tell them to
and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So you must have seen that shit this morning, big, and I ain't even played any Wojo last night.
Here as we welcome you back, and you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Oh, how about the damn, bitch?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Great.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They stay on the ground. Geis again. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 79 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
Yeah, I can't just be checking up on the people, bro. I ain't trying to make no, you feel me? Me and her had dealers in the past, bro. It's over with already.
Here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion.
Let's see. The day's over with, little brother. You safe now.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game.
I said, nigga don't even want no part of that shit no more, man. Shit was nice, though.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't know how to work none of these motherfuckers. Who was that?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Get right back to the back up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here, their home opener, as they move to 2-0.
Come on now, stop before I turn your ass upside down.
They'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Shot this shit over, nigga.
I thought I seen your feet. Come here, babe. Tiana.
Sausage meat. Ain't no fucking foul, man.
Nasty. Well, yeah, yeah. Alright. Roll up some of this space down there, man.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side.
Why you did it hard that one? These niggas hella with huh? How was that? They don't get no fuck.
Got 16 sitting in the lap.
Giant.
Ice cream
Went to the G code eating some ass.